I am a prisoner of hope. I am inextricably linked to the will of God, and I am bound by His promises. God is hope, and I am God's. But some days I feel the weight of the chains of the world more than I feel the freedom from the nails of His cross. Some days I find myself locked in a cell of depression and anger, a prisoner of doubt instead of hope. Some days my thoughts can't soar towards the heavens because they're too busy focusing on the pain of fear and the fear of pain. But I am a prisoner of hope. I am bound to the belief that today God will use me for His glory. I am chained to the confidence I have that however big of a problem the world has for me, I have a God that is bigger. And no matter how much this world wants to hate me, God wants to love me more. My hope is built on nothing less than an undying belief that God keeps His promises, that He says what He means and He means what He says, that He's true to His word like some kind of eternal pinky swear. I am a prisoner of hope, not by chains but by choice. I choose to hope. I choose to believe that adversity is a precursor to greatness and that challenges can bring about change. I choose to hope not just for the future but for today, because God is the God of not just the past and future, but also for the day in which I find myself, for this second that I am breathing. God is now. Hope is now. We spend too much time hoping for things for the future that we miss the hope of today. We are unwittingly playing a part in stories whose main characters are specks and logs and forests and trees. We want hope, but we don't choose hope. We think that if we can say the right words and do the right things, that all of our goods will be better and our paths will be straighter and our soul will find hope. But what we're missing is that hope doesn't come at the end, it has to be at the start. Hope isn't found when the bad becomes better, it's actually hope in the beginning that makes the bad seem better. Hope is a verb, it's an action, it takes work. It takes God. Hope isn't something we keep in a bottle only to pull out of our pocket on some rainy day. Hope has to be a part of us, like the lungs that give us air and the heart that pumps our bloods. Hope needs to be working in us and through us, even when we don't know it. Like the seconds that click away on a clock, counting down to or up to whatever is next in the timeline of humanity. So too our hope must be actively at work every second of every day, chaining us to the challenges and binding us to the belief that God wants better for us. I am a prisoner of hope. But hope can't exist without Christ, not true hope. It can't be found in a book that you bought or in a song that you play on your phone. Hope can't be purchased at a store, it had to be paid for on a cross. Hope was born when sacrifice met redemption through a spotless lamb in the form of a man hanging from nails driven through hands that had healed with their touch and feet that had carried His ministry. The Word made flesh. Hope incarnate. I am a prisoner of hope, not by chains, but by choice.